peoples, how y'all doing today? Hey, you're watching Sports Talk with D Watts Entertainment, along with my co-writer, Mr. Greg Savage. This broadcast is brought to you tonight by Beautiful Blitz Creation. They specialize in customizing apparels. They also customize in tote bags. They also customize in drinkware. Uh, also notebooks and decals, and much, much more. Contact Christy Robinson. That's Christy Robinson at 334-524-3468. Or you can email her at beautifulblitz050 at gmail.com. Once again, we want to thank her for being a sponsor tonight and advertising during this show. That's Beautiful Blitz Creation for your customized apparel, tote bag, drinkware, notebook, decal, and much more. Contact Christy Robinson. That's right, Christy Robinson at 334-524-3469. Or you can send her email at beautifulblitz050 at gmail.com. All right, all right. Appreciate her for that. Didn't have to do it, but we're glad that she did it. All right, let me get rid of this and get ready to bring up there. All right. How y'all doing today? Y'all had a good day? Oh, y'all did. Oh, let me bring up Greg first. Going on?
How's
All
it
right.
going?
Going on. I don't think our sponsor now need to show her stuff that she done something. She made me some shorts. Got sports talk. B Watts on 'em. She told me you to hit up Greg. She'll get you jammed up too. Got me a pullover. Came home in the mail, made this shirt and everything. She got me a white one and everything. Said hit up, she got you.
All right.
All right, all right. You had a good day. You had a good day.
Yeah, it's moving right along. Here we go. Back to Friday, I guess.
Oh yeah. You're right. It's Friday again. But I was looking at well off media in that 1-on-1, man. Uh, boy, that Brandon Hood and them cornerbacks, they look pretty good.
Yeah, I saw somebody posting that. I guess it's picking up on Facebook. Can you hear me,
Yeah, I hear you real.
Mike? So they were talking about that clip, and people was like, "Oh, CU receivers are sorry, so what?" And it was like, was he not one of the best cornerbacks? He was fighting for a starter position. They said he had the best spring. They try to minimize CU at all costs.
At all.
As if
So
he was so garbage at Auburn, and now he's so good because he's over there going to get CU receivers. I love to see them go against Marion Mill and shut him down.
I know that's right. And TJ McKinney, he's looking good too out there. So the question is, what will the college football world do if Coach Prime and Colorado win this year?
They're gonna hate every single game and just drive everybody to our channels. We appreciate them. Just driving right on. All our videos gonna be 40,000.
Right.
Go right on ahead.
I
I
think
remember
this
when
they get
things was booming. I think my first year doing this last year. One of my biggest videos was 40,000.
40,000.
I didn't even know that was possible. And just like only about a month doing it because it was just at the height. Like when
Okay.
Travis Hunter got hurt,
Right.
y'all can see it. I did a video about that. That video did almost 40,000.
40,000 views.
That video had a
That's
lot
what.
to do with me getting monetized
Okay.
because that one
Wow.
video brought so much views and hours and minutes or whatever. I was able to get monetized in like a month and a half because of videos
Wow.
like that
Okay.
with
That's good.
no real followers or nothing. So it's like when Colorado's booming, everybody's booming.
Right.
The media love it, the content creators love it. It benefits us all when they win. So I don't know what the hater gonna do. they don't have nothing better to do, so they should enjoy it. They shouldn't. It keeps everybody watching, keeps everybody in the game, haters, fans, everybody.
Yeah.
So it's,
I
it's
think they're
gonna
gonna
be.
have a good. I think if you tuning in, you in the chat. What's your expectation of Colorado this year? What y'all think they're gonna win? Put it down in the chat. How many games y'all think they're gonna win this year? So, Greg, when you look at the running back room, what you think about the running back room with
I
Dalen
mean,
Hay, Michael Hood, Charlie O, Isaiah, Augustine? What I don't got it last name. Augustine.
it's gonna be it looks like a balanced running back room. I mean, there's no excuse not to be able to run the ball. Everybody gonna be running for their life. So I mean, at the end of the day, um, it should be effective for what needed. It should be better than last year. I don't know how much is. Um, I don't know. It's gonna be a good surprise. Let's say that. I think we're gonna have a few good surprises
Yeah, yeah, I think
because a
so
lot of
too.
stuff we can't predict. Like
Right.
like you're talking about the DB clips. Everybody's talking about our defensive back room is the thinnest because they don't have no namesake. Nobody was really counting on Colston Hood to be a guy, even though he came from Auburn, even though he was doing well. Nobody was counting on that. So now you see that Colston Hood is out there looking good. That's a good surprise because all the
It
people say,
is.
"Oh well, we have McKinney, we have Travis," and they try to throw Hodge out there, and they like we don't have nobody else. But we brought in a few guys that could be some good surprises. Yates could be a good surprise.
Right.
A lot of these guys that we brought over, some of these young guys could be a good surprise. We brought in a few young guys, so either way, I think it's going to be better than it was last year.
Yeah, I think so too. And keep notes. Everybody keep telling me at work that Shiloh hurt. You see, he ain't been participating in the drills and workout this summer. So how we gonna be looking back there in the safety position? I said we still got depth back there, even if Shiloh ain't right or if he's not healthy. I think we still good back there. We still
That
got
just shows.
Cameron, Signon, and Craig back there.
I think that just shows where there's smoke, there's fire. People kept talking about it, and it
Yeah,
looked like it.
right,
But the reality is the safeties probably got the second most depth on the field. I mean, outside of the defensive line, on the defensive side, the safeties
right.
probably got the second most depth. We just brought in Vic Johnson, was it RJ Johnson? We brought in Riley, and we brought in a lot of big safeties. We
Yeah.
already had Herman Smith come in. We already had, like I really want to say, people looking over Travis J.
Oh, I
They
think he gonna be the one.
they looking over Travis J. Like they do it all.
Level.
You want to look over these guys like he wasn't no good before he came. You got
Right.
Stockmeyer still there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yep.
Stockmeyer running out there. He looking good. He's more fit for a safety. He got the size and the ability to play safety more so than the hips to play twitch to play because he's longer to play
Right.
cornerback. Um, he's just more built for safety. So those two came back. I mean, you only got two safeties on the field.
I know. Still got Trevor Wood. He always can move back there.
I mean, I don't know if he gonna move all that. He just gonna be certain packages, but I'm just saying, like,
That's at the goal line.
I mean, a lot of guys can play goal line now. I mean, like I said, RJ Johnson is the bigger size safety. Travis Jay's bigger and Stockmar's bigger safeties.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not much bigger than them. He's not that much bigger than them.
Right.
So I just think that the safety room has a lot of depth. Um, and they, like I said, they're interchangeable. So hopefully we do that positionless type stuff where you can have a hybrid guy who's a safety. B Gann is still there. I know he was originally a safety. He's playing linebacker, so he can play that hybrid role. A lot of people don't talk about him. I haven't even seen him out there. Have you seen B Gann out there?
I haven't seen him either. I don't know if you're injured. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen.
I know he didn't go in the portal from what I
No, he
remember.
didn't go in the portal. I ain't heard that. I haven't seen. So when you look at that defensive line in the trenches, Shadozy, Barnes, McNeil, Carter, whoever got Wiggins, Shane Coates, they got a chance to dominate this year, I believe.
Yeah, it's
We
gonna
got
be
the
interesting.
depth. It's gonna be, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you
We
got
got
so
the
much
depth.
depth that everybody should be fresh. Everybody should be healthy. I think at the end of the day, because you have, if you don't use it right, you could easily say you have too much depth because you have some strong people at tackle. You brought
Right.
in old boy from Ohio,
Yeah.
University of Ohio, and what his name? That I know that one of the other shows is doing like a look at him, number 0 from Ohio, and was it Miami, Ohio? But
Oh,
you got that, you got him, you have Wiggins, like you said, that
yep.
nobody's talking about Wiggins. You still have these guys, and they can, they can play in multiple positions on that line. So I
Right.
mean, you like I say, I hope they find a way to keep them guys rotating and keep everybody fresh, and they're especially in certain games because you got so many tackles out there
Yeah.
that can start, that can play, not just depth pieces, but they actually can play. So it's going to be interesting how they use them, how they mix them, and all of that.
Yeah.
And same thing with the edge room in the end,
Oh,
same thing.
oh yeah, that edge room, it tight too. BJ Green, you got Dalen Hayes, you got Sam Ogulaga. I think Keaton Wade, he out there too, ain't
I mean, Wade been out there,
he?
and
Yeah.
he's more off the edge, and he's been playing good. So I don't think it's gonna be anyone. You know what's weird? I think what's gonna mess people up. I don't know what's wrong with people. I really don't. Like it's just period. It's like why they think the way they think. They only set themselves up to be caught off guard by Colorado. I know people just be joking or whatever. They still gonna lose. Like you can't be that serious. Like how all of a sudden everything Colorado do they gonna lose, like no matter what.
Right.
2-year-old program, like, and now just like they say we fans and we don't know much. How you know enough to say they gonna lose every year? You just saying they gonna lose just because Dion out there you want to talk junk? Like how do you just get to say they gonna lose based off of what? Just to be just mocking people like they're gonna lose. Like I don't think Colorado's the type of team. I don't see if it weren't for Coach Prime and all that, I think they would be taken a lot more serious because
Oh,
they underestimate Colorado for everything. They
I
underestimate
mean,
them
why they don't take Dion serious though as a coach?
because they don't want people to be good at everything. They jealous. He good at too many things. I don't know.
That's crazy, man. I don't know. I
Weird.
understand this man don't play at a high level. He don't play
You
at
play with
Super
him.
Bowl.
You play with his name like he's some kind of scrub.
Yeah. That I don't know, man. I don't get that, bro. I really don't.
It's just like you want to beat the overdog. Everybody want to be the one to beat them. I don't maybe, and you want to see everybody go for the underdog. Everybody want to beat the overdog. Maybe he's overdog.
Man, the dude compared to last year team, this year, man, this dude is man. If you're against Colorado, have you just looked at the players that they don't brought in and compared them to last year player? I don't understand what they see and have watched these guys
But
film. These
who
guys
watching them?
play.
Who watching them? No, 90% of the people in the world ain't gonna see Colorado till they see them on the field. What they looking at? They not watching well off. What they looking at? Only the clowns who come here and talk junk with us might watch a little well off. Everybody else just running their mouth. They don't
I
know
mean, but
nothing about what's going on.
you can go look at their videos from when they played past year.
But they don't know what is to compare it to if you don't know what's going on this year. You're not watching it. You just
Wow.
run them off. You just saying they're gonna lose. You don't really know what the team look like like somebody actually watch them, and they dumb enough to argue with us who watching the team, but they not gonna take no time to sit and watch no well-off videos and look at no rosters and have no conversations because they it's just silly banner. Like, it's like it's childish, it's playful, but you at the same time you got a little pride in it because you don't want to be wrong, but you only can be wrong when you argue about something you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people, they just arguing about something about a team they don't really know about. I mean, clearly, and they say everybody got good players. You're right, but you're not treating everybody like this. You're not
Right.
automatically downplaying everybody.
But
You got who has
when
the
I
top rated
compare,
quarterback and say have a losing season? Who does that?
right.
Name any other team with a top quarterback this year that they're saying gonna have a losing season. Name one. All the guys last year that had a top quarterback that was in the Heisman race, did they all not have winning season?
Yeah.
Did not most of them go to the playoff?
Most all of them did, but team.
High bowl games. So I don't see how that's why you see people slip being like Colorado suck. They're gonna go 8-4. And you like that supposed to be an insult? Like, or somebody might say, yeah, like your boy, Colorado, he's talking crazy, but then he said, I believe they can lose 2 games. I'm like, wow, the energy, like you want to give all this energy, but that's like you think you gonna say something crazy, like they ain't that good, they gonna lose, but they gonna be 10-2. Right. That's weird. Like,
They trying to cover themselves at the end, bro. That's all.
You better, man. You better. It's gonna be what's gonna happen? Colorado gonna come out the gate real strong. And when I say real strong, I'm talking about stronger than I'm talking about stronger than what most people can predict. Because I see me and you and some other people been saying it with our chests that Colorado gonna beat the mess out of North Dakota. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm not gonna play the cover. I'm not gonna cover both ends and all that. I'm telling you what's gonna happen. That line gonna fold against Colorado.
I know, man. But why everybody keep saying that though,
Colorado
Greg?
line is gonna be one of the best defensive lines in college football. Oh, how you gonna say that? Georgia, Alabama. Look, they're not playing against Georgia, Alabama.
True.
So if they're Georgia, Alabama quality, and they're playing against a lower quality, since y'all say SEC so great, they're gonna be a problem to block. It can be a problem to block for everybody. So how in the world you think Polar, North Dakota gonna take all that heat? They're gonna take all that heat because everybody want to play with Colorado. They're gonna find out the hard way. Like, oh shucks, why we had to be the first one to just get destroyed?
I believe that too, Greg. I believe that. I don't know why they keep saying North Dakota State gonna be a close game.
We
We
seen they line.
overlook it. Yeah, I seen. They ain't got nobody over
They
280.
good for their level. They not. Y'all want to make them to Alabama line just because y'all want them to beat Colorado or give Colorado a hard time? Stop it. Stop it. This is not last year.
Exactly.
This is these boys this year. You see that boy Buell? That's what I was talking about. That boy Buell. He came from like a I don't know, like a group of 5-ish type, MAC conference.
Come out the coach.
The Buell, the defensive lineman.
The defensive lineman. Oh yeah. Hey, that boy look good.
He lightweight, but he you know what I'm saying. So when you add people like that who good at getting in the backfield, they gonna give North Dakota a hard time. People like, let me tell you the type of people gonna give them a hard time. Buell, Matt Neal,
Vaughn.
Yeah, he going. I'm talking about like far as just getting pressure on the quarterback, just straight.
Oh man, Vaughn's gonna run over the man. You know how big Vaughn is.
But it's the problem. They're gonna have to run from Barnes. Guess who they're gonna run right into? The tackles and the edge rushers.
Yeah.
Because he gonna eat that middle up. So he ain't gonna get to him. They're gonna be trying to escape and they're gonna run right into these tackles. That's why I say people like Manil gonna have a really, really a really, really good year.
Good. Steve Woodland said North Dakota State isn't the best team in that conference. You right, Mr. Woodland. What's up, DC Cars Music? But there's a lot of people on my job. Swear, if I ain't no bad man, so I don't bet. Boy, they want to bet so much on, and they taking
What
them
happened
straight
last year?
up. They taking them
TCU
straight up.
TCU was gonna be going back to the national championship until they lost to Colorado.
And then everybody
No way
came.
you can beat. No way y'all
But
beat TCU. No way y'all can get blew out. They were just in the national championship. Soon they lose Colorado. Well, you know they ain't that good.
they ain't
They
the
just
same
gonna be
team they was last year.
We
What
told
that what we
y'all
trying to tell you about
that.
Colorado?
We told y'all that they won the same team when they played Colorado. The only, like I said, the only thing that happened to Colorado last year was that they ran out of steam,
They got injured a lot
and they ran out of steam
and had the depth.
because they didn't have a depth, and the steam was more than just physical. It was mental, it was emotional. It was they wasn't that kind of hate. Like you winning and people still hate on you. That's hard. You got to be mentally ready for. Even if I win, they're gonna have something to say.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
that's
Even if I
crazy, man.
win,
So
look at here.
let's get past North Dakota State. What about Nebraska?
I think Nebraska's gonna start off fiery. I mean,
I do
it's gonna
too.
be. I
It's
think
gonna
it's
be a
gonna be
very
like a
competitive.
close game. It's gonna be
Yeah,
close at first, and then I think Colorado gonna pull away at some point. Kind of like last year. Last year was started off, and then
they
Colorado just
slow.
pulled away.
Yeah,
But the reason why Colorado gonna pull away is because I think ultimately the best quarterback gonna win.
right.
You know,
Max.
I think they're gonna be playing chess at first, and they got talent. But I think the weakest thing that Nebraska got, they got all this talent at receiver. They got a young quarterback, and I think that's what's gonna hurt them, especially the second game of the season. No, people not that's the second game of the season, not the seventh
Right,
game. This man just out of high school, and he gonna be going up against them grown men, and he's still getting used to it. Because you remember they
right.
playing a cupcake the first week, so this gonna be his first real game
Yeah,
at home with a crowd and pressure, mentally and physically.
true.
It's a rival game. It's a lot of emotion gonna be in that little young man. You gotta factor all that in. And that ain't gonna shake Shador. Shador is a senior.
Right. He used to.
He played this game before. He got a year on him in this conference. I mean, in this level. So it's the quarterback that's gonna make them not be able to beat Colorado. I don't keep talking all the talent. All it takes is somebody go hit him in the mouth, little high school boy, and he shook. I mean, I don't necessarily think they're gonna lose against UTEP, but just like somebody said on this show, that whatever Colorado do against North Dakota, they gonna Nebraska is gonna pull that card. I think the opposite is gonna happen. I think UTEP is gonna have a stronger game against Nebraska than North Dakota against Colorado, and I think that we don't have to show as much against North Dakota. That would be ideal. We don't have to show as much. Like we don't have to show our weaknesses shouldn't be exposed.
Okay.
Against them. Like we should be just that much more talented and dominant that we really shouldn't have to do too much to beat them. Matter of fact, by third quarter, we should be putting reinforcements in. That
Hey,
would
you
be
got a
ideal.
comment.
Easy
Feel so
game.
real saying in the comment, Daly can make all the throws Shadua can. That's a fact.
Based off of
Well, ain't
what?
no pressure on him. He probably can do that.
No, I'm saying based off of what? What that based on? It's a fact
What
that
you
this
bet?
freshman can do. This freshman is gonna do what a proven college quarterback has done, who was in the Heisman race numerically, and he's a top quarterback. And we come out this draft, and you're gonna tell me that this freshman is already on his level. See, that's delusional. I probably can make all the throws he can make too, I guess. Just throwing the ball, I probably can do it too. But when
Yeah,
you get in
when
the
ain't for
game,
rush was coming, when that heat come
yeah, when
on,
you
what
get
he
in the
gonna
game,
do? I agree with you said. I agree with you on that, Mr. Whitman. I agree with you
what's that?
100% on that. He said Nebraska is a sound team, but they don't have the backfield to stay with Webster and Horn in the slot. True. They don't. They really don't. Feel so real say if Shadur can get all the love out of high school the way can why can't he? We seen his film. Man, you know how long that been feels so real? Since Shadur came out of high school? That's been a while. This is a big time college football game. This freshman finna get ready to play in his second game, dog. Come on now.
Look,
It's like that don't make no sense. He just said.
what's that?
You're right,
What
Mr.
we talking?
Woodman. Uh,
You said what now?
Feel so real came back at you. He said if Shadur can get all the love when he came out of high school, why can't he? We seen his film.
Oh, love the Shador have. Y'all says now you want to see now you want us to be a hypocrite.
They were hating on the
Then
dude.
you Shador, so Shador had to prove after playing well at the FCS level for 2 years, can he perform? And he had to go and blow the walls off and throw 5 touchdowns in the first game to prove to y'all, the clowns of the world, what he could do. So what love did he get? What love did he get when he came here as a junior and they said he only could do it at HBCU? What love was that? Nobody gave him no love. He took it. What love they gave
Right,
Shador? For y'all say the FCS is high school. HBCU is high school. Yeah, it's a freshman quarterback, and what y'all say is high school. So, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah,
you're
they
right, Mr.
definitely gonna
Woodman.
run more. They definitely gonna run more
Yeah, I
than they
seen him
have.
throw 2 interceptions too in that spring game. That mean they went to that running game. Keep that ball out of his hand.
You don't want to go up against a guy like Travis Hunter. You might not even throw his way because he's smarter than you. He's more experienced than you, and he'll be on baited you into a couple picks by himself. Yeah, Bentley. Somebody said something about Bentley. I mean, I hope Bentley just has some packages. Really, I mean, you
Yeah,
got enough. You got enough linebackers. I think at the end of the day, it's clear. Nobody gave Shador nothing.
oh nah. You earned everything he got.
Nobody gave him nothing. He had to come and shut everybody's mouth from day one and be consistent with a bad line, doing Brady mode in all the games. And nobody gave him no respect. Everything that he did, they say, oh, well, he didn't do it at this level. Well, so I mean
Jose
that's
said, what's going on with Bentley? Did they work with him on coverage? Because he got cooked last year. Well, they linebacker play was sucked all the way around to me. So even though I'm glad we got some more people come in, like Greg say, they might just use him on first and second down, or he could be a defensive end pass rusher. What DC Cousins say?
yeah.
DC Cousins say, to be fair, Tua Tagovailoa won a championship as a freshman and was named offensive MVP of the game. Just saying. Coach didn't even
I
sound confident.
where is that at?
Coach
Oh,
DC
oh,
Cousins.
oh, you said
I put.
Tua what now?
He said, hold on, I put it there.
Oh, okay. So I guess the guy Tua now. Okay. Tua also was at Alabama.
True.
And Tua also took over a team that was experienced and already winning up under Jalen Hurts. Tua came in the championship game. What that mean? You get to the championship game, Mr. Carson. If you get to the championship game, did Tua get him to the championship game? All he had to do is come in and do a couple plays. Did he get them now? So
No.
that mean if they was at the championship game, that mean that was a championship team, right? So is that a proper comparison? Also, I don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but how many championships you see at the second game of the season? Do you usually play a championship game at second game of the season? Is you playing in game 14 the same as playing in game 2? Is that the same thing? Maybe. I mean, we comparing apples to apples here. The point is, we seen freshmen be successful. Also, Trevor Lawrence again. When did Trevor Lawrence play? Who did Trevor Lawrence replace? Can you help me out? We ain't talking about can play. We talking about beats Colorado. Maybe he can play against UTEP. But let me ask you this. Trevor Lawrence, I mean, are you following me? Who was the quarterback for Trevor Lawrence? Who was the quarterback before Trevor Lawrence? Okay. So what did Deshaun Watson do before Trevor Lawrence got there? What did he do? Yeah, exactly. So Trevor Lawrence replaced Watson. What type of team did Trevor Lawrence inherit? What did they do the year before? Did they win something the year before? Exactly. That somebody smart. I like this guy here. He school some people up in here.
Hey, Steve Willard be on him, boy. He be right on him, man. Every time he pop up.
Stuff like, is it logical? Like, it makes absolutely no sense.
Hey,
like,
we gotta
they definitely made the brick wall. I'm the brick wall because I'm telling you, I'm the brick wall. You come in behind Deshaun Watson with an established team. That was in the best days of the Clemson life, that era. And it won purely because of the quarterback. They had some of the best defensive linemen on those teams. They had some of the best linemen. They were beating Alabama's. In that era that you're talking about, Clemson was beating the Alabamas of the world. Did they not? Ain't that who all them boys had to play in the championship? Was it not Clemson? So you're saying that a guy coming in as a freshman quarterback, yeah, and he got a solid cast. He got a solid defense on the other side, and it's different. Now, what is Nebraska? What this quarterback coming in? He coming in behind who? Jeff Sims?
Yeah.
He replacing Jeff Sims. Oh, I guess Jeff Sims in the league. I guess the last year Nebraska team. Oh, they lost to Colorado, right? Like 33-7.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not a team that was in the championship, in the playoff. So he's not like he's taking on a team that can make up and compensate for his weaknesses as a young player. It's not like he got a veteran offensive line that's going to keep him Brady clean. It's not like he's in a situation where his defense is just going to just carry the team like how Florida State defense did last year with their third string quarterback to Louisville. Like that matters. Everybody say you want to talk football. You know, you got to look at the whole picture. Y'all got all this wishful thinking when it comes to Colorado. Like, oh, well, Trevor Lawrence. Why you bring up somebody in a whole different situation just to make a point?
True, yeah. Yeah, that was recent.
Nebraska had a top 15 line, right? Go back up. Nebraska had everybody want to talk. They had these dumb talking points. I guess they did after Colorado. Maybe they had a slow start. Maybe they're gonna have a slow start this year. Because
You
that
see where deception. You see where he
Colorado,
just. You see where he just responded to that. He said,
yeah.
"Top 15 that see you
Maybe they have a top 15
shredded."
after Colorado. Because
Yeah,
Colorado spotted them a touchdown in the last few seconds of the game. The game was 33-7 with a makeshift offensive line,
like he said, no line,
coaching
no
staff.
open line. Mr. Woodley, he owned it, boy. We got to get Steve Woodley on the show. He owned it. Where you have to go back 10 years to
I
prove
like
one person did it. Last couple.
how many freshmen, since we want to talk about it, how many freshman quarterbacks have started and did well at this level? And when you find a quarterback that did, I guarantee you he's going to be a first-round draft pick. Look at Caleb Williams. He came out as a freshman. So basically what you're telling me is this guy is a future number 1 draft pick. He's going to play like it on his second game of his college career.
Let me try. Let me see, can I get Steve Woodley and feel so real up here on this?
No, they so what's the point? I think you knew here because the point is they had a slow finish. We're not talking about the slow finish. We talking about the fact that you're saying a freshman on his second game gonna be Colorado. Don't move the goalposts now. We ain't talking about the slow finish. We talking about that butt whooping that they put on Nebraska at the second game of the season last year with that team that had the slow finish. That's what we're talking about. I mean, but at the end of the day, you're gonna see.
Steve Woodland. I dropped the link. Steve Woodland feels so real. We'll take y'all to up if y'all want to come up. Steve Woodland feels so real. Y'all come up. Let's have a discussion.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, we had a slow finish, but it had nothing to do with Nebraska.
Yeah, right. You're right about that.
It had nothing to do with Nebraska. Right. That's for sure. Nebraska didn't have a slow finish. They top 15 defense then slow us down. So, hey, that's obsolete. Oh, we know you're not saying Colorado won't win because you can't. You can't do it. And we already said that. Y'all talk real hard about Colorado and say they're gonna go 10-2. It's like you said all that to say they're gonna go 10-2. No. That freshman quarterback, I didn't say he can't win. I said he won't win. He won't win. How about that? He ain't gonna win. That's what I said.
Yeah. No, they're
Nebraska,
not.
Nebraska beat themselves by putting 33 points on the board. I guess Colorado beat themselves when Oregon ran through them.
Mr. Woodland, what's going on, big dog?
How y'all fellas doing, man? It's
nice. We're doing good. We're doing good. I enjoy your comments that you make down there in the blog, man. We appreciate you also. So tell me, when you look at Colorado, what did you see this year?
When I look at Colorado, I see talent now. Not only do I see talent, I see size. When I see size, I see skilled players all around Colorado in which there are going to be issues. What I see is confidence. What I see now is a little bravado going on that they have something to prove. What I also see is hunger and determination because they haven't proven anything. Let me say that. They haven't proven anything. It's time to show all these naysayers. But let me say this, and I'll leave it as this. It doesn't make a difference if Colorado go 12-1. I mean, 11-1. You know what they're going to do? All these talks, they're going to move the goalpost. They're going to move it. Oh, well, but they didn't play anybody. North Dakota State was down. Nebraska had a freshman quarterback. My mama toe was hurt. My daddy's foot was hurt. My left tooth. Man, get out of here with all that foolishness. So he can't win. He can't win. It's a no-win situation. He go undefeated at Jackson State. They criticize. Oh well, he had all this talent. Okay, but when you lose the championship game, oh,
Right.
but he couldn't win. Which
Right.
one is it? You can't have all the talent and then talk about, oh, I say, man, I don't argue with these folks. Yeah, tell me your facts. Give me your facts. And when you give me
True.
your facts, I'm going to go pull it up and I'm going to show you that what you're saying is just some words and we can keep it moving.
You're right. You're right, Mr. Wood. So, Greg, before I go back to Mr. Wooden, both of y'all, I let Greg go first. What y'all think of the defensive coordinator that we have?
I mean, I think at the end of the day, I don't have nothing to think other than that he playing it right. He ain't showing his hand until he's short. And I think that's another thing that they're gonna throw. They got a lot of ways they can move this goalpost. I mean, you got a whole football field. You can put the goalpost on the sideline if you want to, say kick it sideways.
Yeah.
And they can move that goalpost and make it hard and make it short, make it long, block it. But you know what we're looking at is that's another thing they can say. Well, Coach Prime, he got lucky because he chose a good defensive coordinator. He needed Pat Schumer. Pat Schumer said it. He should have been the head coach. Warren Sapp came. That's why they won. Yeah, he cheated. He needed another that he can't coach. Warren Sapp really the one who helped change. They're gonna always take the credit from him. They're gonna say all kinds of, well, if it weren't for the Porter, he can't coach worth for crap. All he do is go steal everybody else player. That's why they caught them over there trying to what they call it, tamper with players with that fake tampering. And if it weren't for the NIL and all that fame and celebrity and rappers and stealing, players wouldn't even go there. He can't coach. It don't matter what he do. He can't coach. Somebody else did the coaching. Or, like he said, everybody else just was garbage.
Wow. What you think, Mr. Wood, the defensive coordinator this year?
What I like about the defensive coordinator is this. He made it simple. Because I enjoy the past defensive coordinator, but he had NFL talent. When you have NFL talent, you can do those complex schemes because you got the talent to work with it. What this defensive coordinator realized, why are you making things so complex? With football, you got the talent they got on the edges and those DBs and stuff like that. Make it simple. You line up here, you hit your assignments and hit somebody in the mouth. So they're going to be a whole lot faster. And if you go back, what I've done, the Nebraska games and everything else, people go running their mouth. I go back and I watch the games. And when I go back and watch the games, what I've seen in these games is this here. Colorado could have beat I'm talking about breaks up a lot of teams with two simple things. The defensive line on that was just too small, and the linebackers missed too many assignments. And the second thing you had was this here.
Greg said that.
That offensive line missed so many assignments. I'm going to give you one play against Nebraska. They had a string play for Weaver, and they had three offensive linemen in front, and not one of the offensive linemen touched the defensive play. It was a 60-yard. It would have been a 60-yard touchdown. They didn't even touch the cornerback. I'm talking about they were in front.
One quarterback. He went right back.
All they had to do was hit one cornerback. Weaver gone for 50-some yards. Touchdown. And even the people, but that's where I'm going. I saw 4 plays like that in that game where the offensive linemen missed assignments. They weren't aggressive. They weren't hitting people in the mouth. They were thinking too much. And because they were thinking too much, they couldn't get out and do what they need to do. So Colorado left a lot of meat on the bones, and there's plenty of things they can do.
So you telling me that Colorado didn't play a perfect game and they made mistakes too and still beat them 33-7?
When I say not only did they make mistakes, Colorado had some plays where they were 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. And I'm talking about the play before they ran for 12 or 13 yards. They went away from the run. Or the offensive line offsides or something. And I'm like, it would have, when I say it would have been ugly, and on 3 plays, Shador and Travis, one of them ran the wrong play. I think Travis ran the wrong play on this one.
I definitely said that. Travis ran the wrong play.
Because Shador had him, when I'm talking about, it's plays out there that I will put it to you this way. Even with the games that Travis missed, if Travis Hunter and my boy Shador too would have hit up on the plays that they should have, those bombs that they have, like TCU and I will go with Utah. I will go with UCLA and things like that, Travis Hunter would have had 1,000 yards easily. I'm
Oh, yeah,
talking about,
easy.
I'm talking about
Very easy.
with the injury, he would have had
10 plus
1,000 yards.
touchdowns.
Absolutely, easily. But they took 4 touchdowns away from him because you could see
we did say that.
they
Yeah,
took
we
more
said
from
that.
him. So all I'm saying is this here, and this ain't no excuses or anything like this from here. The offensive line don't have to be great. That's what people don't realize. They don't have to
No,
be
they
great.
don't.
It's better than last year.
All they need to do is what Larry Allen used to do. We just need 2 people on that offensive line to hit somebody in the mouth, and you go behind them 2 people and do what you need to do. Or on this one here, pass plays, they're going to have to run the ball.
They got to.
I would love, and Schumer has proved that he would do that, and it'll make Shador a much better quarterback. Because
Yeah.
if you watch those games, man, them dudes had they had their ears pinned back. Shador didn't have a chance.
It was
Right.
like the Animal Kingdom. Watching the UCLA.
Watch the UCLA game. It made
Animal Kingdom.
I couldn't believe it. I tell people, if you want to run your mouth, watch the UCLA game. Shador Sanders, they hiked the ball, and by the time he got the ball on 4 plays, the guy was there to hit him in the mouth.
That
So,
defense end, them 2 brothers.
yeah.
Them 2 brothers.
And one was up in the middle.
Yeah.
By the time he got the
Yeah.
ball in that UCLA game, he was hitting them out. So I asked people, how are you holding on to the ball? They hiked the ball, and they running so fast up there that I'm like, did they touch him? So those are things I look at.
Okay. Let me get this out right here. East Coast Care. What's up, East Coast Care? He sent a $5 super chat. Said they will move the goalposts and say Shador and Travis gone. He can't win without them. Then it will be the NCAA is rigged for Dion to win. Okay, let me ask y'all both. Y'all think the referee's gonna play a key part in this season coming up against Colorado?
I'll put it this way: with Colorado got to go back to the Miami Hurricane days. You don't let no official do anything. You put your foot in their mouth and you on their neck, and you keep it on their neck, and you don't have to worry about the officials. When you have to worry about the officials, when you undisciplined, you out there running your mouth, you out there pushing on players and stuff like that. If you don't do that, play a clean game, the officials can't do nothing.
Well, I will say this. I agree that will cut down on penalties as far as them luring you into, like when Travis Hunter pushed the guy back at Stanford, and that's really what
that lost that game.
That lost the game.
Yeah, hey, that was the key. Yeah,
they lost the game 10 times over before that, though. You know, but yeah, I seen times where they kind of like blew on the quarterback net, and Flair fell on the ground, and it was third, and finally got a third and long stop. And you know, so I seen some penalties get called that they really didn't do nothing outside of football. So there's some stuff they can't control. They can't control that the referees stand over the ball while they doing up tempo, and they standing over the ball. That other team can't play. But then when your defense get out there, they blowing the whistle. Your team running on the field, running off the field. They ain't standing over the ball for them. They letting them go, and then they catch you. You ever seen a game where they catch 4-5 times in one game, 12 men on the field? You ain't even seen that in the season. I ain't never seen 4-5 in one game.
Yeah.
That was such a joke. And I'm sitting here looking like the kids, they run out the field. Any other time the referee will let you get out the field. They give you a certain amount of time before they set the ball. They set that ball, and them boys were running out the field, boy, they were catching them. Colorado could have caught the other team the same way, but they would stand over the ball before Colorado can hike the ball for the other team to get set. So that's the kind of stuff that the referees can do. Also, I seen the referees let Weaver and other people jersey get ripped all the way off them.
Now that's
right in front of the referee. Right in front of the referee. And the referee go.
But it's not like basketball though. Basketball, as an official in basketball, I can blow the whistle 3 times and get your best player out the game, and you're done. At least with football, you have the option of even if they do that, you still can do smash mouth football. If you go Michigan style, if you line them up, smash mouth football, and run it down their throat. So you can do that. Now the officials will cost Colorado. They can't cost them a game, but it's gonna be so obvious that people in Colorado should be just no.
Well, we should have did that over Utah. That was way obvious.
That was too obvious. That was obvious. That was
last game. We was ready to get done with it. We was ready to get done with that game. It was over. It wasn't nothing to play for. But the way they took that game, that was just blatant. Like, they didn't just take Travis, they took a Dylan Edwards touchdown on the punt return. And then when
that's true. That's true.
we talking about hitting in the mouth, literally, Shiloh led with an elbow in the man's chest. His helmet grazed the bottom of the face mask, and they ejected him after looking at the film. That really changed that game. That right there changed the UCLA game because they was taking their soul on the defense. They was taking their soul, and that right there just the momentum of the game.
But I would say on that one, the only thing I would ask Shiloh to do is do what he did in the Colorado State game. I would prefer him to go for the ball more to get an interception than to try to be big headache game and stuff like that. When your shoulders and stuff are starting to take a pounding and stuff like that, go for the ball. Let's go for the ball. Let's go for the ball because a turnover like that just changes the game when you get an interception. And they'll leave you alone when they're going to leave alone anyway. They don't want to take those hits. But we shouldn't see Shiloh making all those big hits because that linebacker should be getting all those hits.
Exactly. You know what that hit was? That was a drag route. That was a drag route. That hit the Shiloh, that was a drag route from the other side that he's supposed to hit. But again, if anybody should have been picking that ball off, it should have been that linebacker underneath. Exactly. So that's why I said them linebackers was I mean, whether you on the side the drag or on the opposite side, like you really can wait for them to come across depending on if it's a slant or a true drag route. If it's a true drag route, that opposite side linebacker can sit right up under it, or that middle linebacker. But you know, when you're talking about slants and drag routes, that's all linebacker. Yeah. Your safety shouldn't be coming up having to do that. Your linebackers is the middle of your field. If they drag across the middle, I'm like, where your linebacker at? What is it?
So what y'all think about the linebackers that we got now?
Oh, fantastic. Because Hill Green, he's an adult. Everybody you talk to, even when you talk to Scoot, he's an adult. You watch all of his film, he's going to know where each person is supposed to be, and you're going to see him playing fast. So you're going to see him playing real fast.
I mean, you really got two grown men. You got a two grown man and a baby grown man.
Who the baby?
Baby grown man, the baby Wester, like baby Joker.
Okay.
Right. And I baby put Joker. Chaney in there.
Chaney, a grown man. I put both of them grown men in there. Why you play with them? Right. We wanted two grown men in linebacker when we wanted the other one from Charlotte, not Charlotte.
He should have been with us. Lundy should have been one of the linebackers, but he gone.
But we wanted the guy from what was the other linebacker? It wasn't Clemson that we wanted with Hill Green and Tennessee. He was from Tennessee.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
We wanted him, but I think Chaney just good.
I like Chaney. He got the size and everything.
But Chaney cover well too. Everybody keep talking about cover. Chaney cover well. And Chaney, both of them guys, they read well. Both of them guys.
True.
You can never find them in the wrong hole.
True.
Our linebackers always in the wrong hole last year.
I agree. What's up, see you, Dynasty? Said a lot of you guys are missing the point of Nebraska defense. Still couldn't stop a hammering CU offense. That's what we've been saying. That has nothing to do with the quarterback fumbling. He's right about that.
They couldn't do nothing with Shedeur. They really couldn't do nothing with Shedeur. And like I said, that was Shedeur's second game. He wasn't even full-fledged. You know,
true.
They couldn't do nothing with Shedeur. And they not. If you, I'm kind of Mr. Steven. I'm glad you're here, Mr. Woodland. Stephen Woodland. I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna say something crazy. I'm gonna say something crazy. All right. So I'm glad I got two witnesses because the good books they have two. So
yeah, we got to, brother.
Nobody else hear this.
Talk that talk.
If you couldn't stop Shedeur last year, what in the world make you think you're gonna stop him this year?
No, they don't match up with him, Greg.
I'm gonna say something even more crazy. I'm gonna say something even more crazy. If Shedeur had the same line as last year, he still would be better.
With the weapons that he got,
he's gonna be better anyway.
Yeah.
Keep on cooking, man. Keep on cooking because they don't
talk that talk, boy.
They don't understand the numbers he put up. The numbers he put up with that. I tell people with that offensive line, let me break it out to you like this here. I'm one of the biggest Tom Brady fans ever. But what I've saw, if you hit Tom Brady in the mouth, Tom Brady going over to his offensive lineman and he cussing.
Yeah.
Because he do not want to be hit. does not want to be hit. And what I've seen for every quarterback I've seen, if you hit a quarterback in his mouth, their play goes down drastically because it's something about getting hit. I didn't see that with Shador. That you just don't see that. And what I tell people is I'm looking at that Drake May and the New England draft and everything else. He ain't ready because once you hit him in the mouth and you don't have that offensive line that you're supposed to have, it's hard. It's hard to stand in there.
Even broke back Shador. Even the broke back Shador was still trying to play. He had a broke back. He still was trying to play. He gets shot up every quarter. Every quarter he would get some doggone pain. Ugh. Like everybody else would have quit. Your line ain't blocking for you, and you still trying to go out there, can't even walk.
And name a person who, under that kind of conditions, wouldn't be criticizing their line. Any other, if that was Tyler, any other quarterback, man, you crazy. Them jokers up there ain't doing nothing, man. They trying to get me killed. I ain't even playing. They wouldn't even play. If they didn't play in bowl games, why would they play in a game where you ain't blocking?
He also should have thrown more interceptions. See, that's what they don't like about him. If you sit up there and get hit like that, you're supposed to be getting rid of that ball, like they say, and throwing interception. He threw 3, and 2 of them was questionable.
Yeah, Jimmy gave one.
He
dropped
them, man.
That was Nebraska. Got took the ball off his chest.
You know
It like he ain't throwing no balls just because he threw that crazy ball to Travis Hunter in the back of the end zone. And, was overtime.
Stanford. The overtime game that they lost. That's the one that they lost because he threw. But I think on that,
they lost that game.
They lost that.
They lost that game before that though, because like you said, they lost that game 20 times. Travis Hunter was just that final one when they got that 3rd and long. That game was over, and they got that 1st and goal after that. After the boy,
but
they showed that video. That boy was beating Travis all up and down the sideline.
They could have played prevent defense, and if they'd have just ran the ball on a few of those possessions, slow the game up, run the ball, game over. They wouldn't have had enough time. They wouldn't have had enough time at all. The game's over. And that would have changed everything, with that season.
But they gave up 3 quick touchdowns after halftime. That's what killed them. They didn't even have to go down the field. They Set Hut quick slant touchdown. Set Hut deep ball touchdown.
That's what he said. But why weren't you in prevent defense? Why were you playing man to man and you up 29-0? Those are things that you just shake your head up. You just shake your head and say, "Come on, folks. Come on, folks."
Right.
Who gives up a quick slant touchdown on the 1 yard line? I ain't never seen that before. Yeah. Quick slant touchdown. That's some Madden stuff. That's what you do on Madden. Quick slant touchdown on the 1 yard line, up by 4 touchdowns, and you watch them as either way. And you watching them either way to lead, and y'all don't know how to stop the bleeding. Y'all don't know how to stop the bleeding. They bleed.
Stop the bleeding is run the foot. You slow the game down. And this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to put it this one here. People going to tell me, I don't even worry about this year because this year is going to be a success. I'm going to throw something crazy on you. Next year, defense going to be better than this year's defense.
Look out. Talk that talk.
And people like, well, how do you
look
at all of them coming back?
All of them coming back.
All of them coming back. And not only is all of them coming back, them Georgia boys, it's something about that pastor who brought all them boys there. Them
hood brothers.
And them running backs. It's just something about what's going to happen is this one here. On the edges, on those DBs are strong. You're going to have DJ. You're going to have doggone Stoudemire. People are slipping on him.
Hey, dog, Stoudemire. Shoot, that boy. Hey,
Stoudemire going to be the starting safety. Stoudemire going to be the starting safety.
Oh, that's my point. That's my point. He's going to be back there, and you got all.
I would love to see him at cornerback, though.
No, Hood going to be at corner.
Hood going to be at
corner. Hood. Oh, I like him. I like him.
Hood and DJ going to be at corner. Then you're going to have Stoudemire at safety. And what you're going to have is this here. That D-line is going to be solid. And the next thing you're going to have is what I'm trying to go is this one here.
All that D-line coming back.
All are coming back. But when they see the success of the ones that are going to be leaving, like the block bully and stuff, when they get drafted and get drafted high, and BJ Green them get drafted fairly well, you know what's going to happen in the transfer portal. Well, we need to go there. We need to Would you?
University of Georgia, Alabama players
Absolutely.
who didn't get a chance no playing time.
They're
Oh, no,
pirates.
we gone.
Why wouldn't you? You're going to leave, and I tell you why you're going to leave. Because Coach Prime, when two leaves, they're going to go back to the Jackson State days in which the defense win games. And let me line it up for you. You got 5 running backs. All of the running backs are coming back next year, and they're going to have even more. All of them coming back next year.
In the offensive line.
And the offensive line. You got
Hey,
those
let me throw something at y'all. I don't mean to cut y'all. Let's talk about the offensive line. Do they have the depth this year to compete in the Big 12? We know we got Jordan C., Tyler Brown, Big Hank, Justin Meyer, Khalil Benson, and Wyatt Humlin, Zach Owens. We got Kirkland. We got Ethan Boyd. You think we got the offensive line to compete and have a good running game this year, Greg?
I mean, like you said, they ain't got to be world beaters. All they got to do is keep the quarterback from getting beat.
We had a problem last year at the guard position. What about this year?
Hey, it shouldn't be. It's on the coaches. Cause if I got to throw them big old blockbusters in there just to clog it up, if I did put Owens over there and Kirkland, that'd be my insurance policy. Just clog it up. Y'all not gonna put them on skates, and they so wide, it's gonna be hard to run around them. They so wide.
And they don't have to do what people don't realize. The offensive line don't have to do much. B watch, and I tell you why they ain't got to do much. You got 4 receivers. You got 4 receivers right there lined up. So now you got 2 guards, which both of them bench press over 500 pounds, sitting up there in that middle. You ain't got to do nothing but push a little bit. And something I'm gonna tell you the hidden secret is too. That's Zelinkus, his family, if you do history on him, daddy NFL, uncle NFL, his brother coming behind him will be at Colorado, going to be an NFL player. They know football. And when you know football and you understand, hey, how to set these plays up and how to position yourself, it makes the offensive line more successful, is all I'm going with.
Okay.
And they got an attitude because you got Benson out there, you know. So only thing we had to worry about it was depth. That's the only thing we had to worry about. We didn't want to have a really, really strong first 5, and then so as long as you got a strong 2.5, 2, you good because you ain't got to worry about Rock. They say Rock was hurt. Rock, they didn't let him play last year. I really wanted him.
He was ineligible. He was ineligible.
Yeah, he was ineligible.
Yeah, I really wanted him to be a center, you know. But it's
you wanted him to be center, Greg?
I wanted him to be center because I say that's a Trump tight line.
Zelinskis is perfect. You want Zelinskis as the center, and if you look at him, look how big he done got.
Hey, they say he done got him 3 pounds, 300 pounds.
Yeah, look how big. But not only that, his IQ. That's a family business for Zelinskis. And when it's a family business, that's who you want as your center. And that's what I think. You know,
I just thought he was smaller, but now he's putting on Jordan Seaton don't put on.
Oh yeah.
Jordan Seaton, the boy.
Y'all paid attention. He did something. He came back really, really big in the core. He already done toned it. So he's putting up, chiseling it. Putting it up, chiseling it. Put it up, chiseling.
He's different.
Oh, when he was working out? Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like he came back. We was like, what happened to his mid session?
Yeah.
Most recent video, he already chiseling it. So he put on the weight, he chiseling the weight. He put on the weight, he chiseled the weight. He's not just putting it on where it's just like he can't move. He's putting on the weight and he's chiseling. Because remember, I told you doing fall camp, you bound to lose. Once you put them pads back on as high, you bound to lose 15, 20 pounds. Easy in them 3 weeks. Easy.
But B-Watch, let me hit you with this one here. This is where I'm going to go with people. Colorado got the best home field advantage on the planet.
Okay.
I was stationed in Colorado Springs for 3 years at the Air Force Academy. And when I tell you, when you go up there and you run for the first day on a basketball court or a football field, you can't breathe. Your lungs dry, your mouth dry, your nose start bleed. You can't breathe. And people gonna laugh at you. They're gonna like, man, what's wrong with you? Because they already know you running your mouth. Oh, I got this. I'm 18. I can do this. When the no oxygen getting into your lungs, it's a different ball game. And all I'm saying is, CU has that advantage on teams. If they play correctly and break that game down, It's like Denver, the Nuggets. You should not be able to play with them.
Okay.
Yeah, they got it, and that come when they definitely running the ball will make you use more energy.
Air Force Academy.
Yeah, because when you pass the ball, only certain people run it.
Right.
But when you're running the ball, it's a lot more grinding going on, especially on that front line. You'll tie that front line out more when you running that ball.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna test the depth of the other team at that point.
Okay.
We're gonna say our depth against your depth.
I think that's what they should do the first game.
Was that? Well, I mean,
that first game, I know Greg said, let's go on and blow them out and get it over with. I think they should pound that bomb, get physical with them.
Period. Well, this is the thing. When you play a team like Colorado on their first week and they got something to prove, just like TCU found out, with all the flaws that they had, when you play an emotional team, you really don't want to play them. Because it's like, not only do they get to prepare for you the whole summer, but you're not on their level. So if they come in, you want them to come in and take you lightly, but that's almost impossible on their first game. It's almost impossible.
I'm going to hit it. I'm going to go to a second level. I'm not even worried about the first 2 quarters of that game because, see, you're going to come in and they're going to handle their business the first 2 quarters. What I'm looking for, when they come in the third quarter and they up by 21 points or whatever, and they've dominated the game, what mindset are they bringing in that third quarter? Because that's going to determine what they're going to do for the rest of the year. If they come out there and go, oh, we won this game, we done. We done. We just going to be a 500 team. If they come out there that third quarter and put their hand in that ground and hit them in their mouth like they supposed to, we got something. We got something.
Dominator. Yeah, I agree. So, how y'all think they're going to use Travis Hunter this year? Like in last year, more on defense or more on offense or just like last year?
It's not going to be just like last year. It's going to probably be more closer to what we seen in Jackson. And the reason why I say that, you got to put your money where your mouth is. Now, we just seen the brackets come out for the playoff.
Right.
If you really, anybody who claims you got 4 games you got to win after the season, this is more like NFL. You're going to play 12, 13 games.
Yeah.
Then you got to turn around and play. If you're able to win, and nobody ain't really built for that, because you got to look at the last few seasons with this portal and everything. Everybody ain't really been playing all season except the playoff team. Everybody else been sent out. So people not built at the college level to play that many games, gruesome games, and still be able to go and play for 4 weeks. That's different. Not one game, not a semifinal game, but 4 weeks of playing ball. 3 for the people who get to buy. So what you're looking at is whoever is going to make it got to be strategic with your players like Travis, Shador. Like, you can't act like, oh, last year, we're going to come out and win the first 3-4 games. They be like, and? Because you know at the back end of your schedule, you got to go play.
Oh, yeah.
Utah, you got to play some of the most challenging games at the most important time. So you can't really even get somebody say cocky. How can you get cocky? Because the games that matter, all of them matter, but you don't want to be crippled and hobbling in and on your third string because you just beat them to death. Like, it's almost like when you get up on North Dakota, put them second team in and finish them for reps and for you endure. Keep that body as fresh as possible. Forget the scoreboard. Forget stats.
Yeah.
Act like you actually plan on making the playoff. Because if you do, you need, because everybody going, once you shoot, you're going to be hurt the whole season.
Right.
So the less pounding you take, that's why our depth is going to be critical. That's why, who going to start? I don't care who start. I care get in there, do your job, get him out. Get him out. This is what we need to do. He hit it on the head. By the first 2 quarters, you need to be up 14-21. That's what Jackson State do. You already knew you won. On the average team, one scoring over 14 points. That's the standard our defense need to have. We gonna run up. You saw what I say. The band, everybody should be packing up. Once it hit 21 to zip,
Yeah.
get the tuba. Everybody just go ahead and pack up because they should know on our best day, this defense ain't finna let us come back. It ain't gonna be no 1 yard slant, 99-yard touchdowns. It ain't happening because the coach gonna put them in the right defense. The linebackers ain't finna run past the hole and leave a semi-truck lane straight up the field with nobody at but the safety. He put a move and going up. It shouldn't be no lane like that. Linebackers control all them interstate lanes. All them big runs that they got, defense was pounding. 3rd and 18, a run for 80 yards. That's linebackers. I've been trying to tell y'all, the defensive line. What in the world are you talking about? The defensive line already in their gap. Only thing the defensive line need not do is not get pushed off their gap and not get pushed into the linebackers. That's it. The linebacker job is that I-285 right there. That's your gap. The D-line right there, the end right there. If you don't go right there, it's going to part like the Red Sea. You can't run in the hole with somebody already at. That's all you have to do. Is go to your hole. And make sure that if they do get past you, make the tackle. But if you're not there, nobody's there. The cornerback going down the field, they're going to send him man on the drag route. He's going to be all the way on the other side of the field. He's going to clear that whole side of the field. No cornerback going to be over there. The safety going to be running over there. And that's how they get them long runs of, right up the middle and run. Nebraska did it. TCU did it. Everybody did it. But the problem is the defense would know eventually they would know how to shut it down. It'd be too late. In a shootout, they wait till the end of the game and shut it down, and that's how we would win. But it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. USC, it shouldn't have happened.
Arizona is the best example of what you're talking about. You lead the entire game for the last 16 seconds of the game. It should have never happened. Should have never happened. You should have never lost that Arizona game. That Arizona game dominated the entire game and lost it at last.
I'm glad we need to have him on more often because everybody keep throwing this stuff off. Oh no, I'm just saying like somebody talking with some sense. Because you sit here telling me
you can tell where he
Colorado.
You can tell where he was putting in the chat. I be looking at it. I say, oh, he on it. He know he game. I think I don't see him on Raw. The Man Pound. I see him on Raw, the Man Pound. That's why I remember that name. I said, man, he be on it, bro.
Yeah, I might because I'm saying here like Arizona go give him. Arizona fought a wounded Colorado. They didn't play the Colorado that was fresh. They caught the back end Colorado. That's why I say you better not do it this year. You better not wear your playoff quarterback hobbling. He was already going out. We've already told you his shoulder was messed up.
Right.
And yet y'all struggled with a wounded Colorado. Our offensive line was already messed up.
And Jimmy was hurt. His hamstring.
Yeah.
Everybody was hurt. Yeah. So we didn't have no depth.
Jimmy Horn too.
Silman Craig was hurt. Silman Craig shoulder was messed up.
His shoulder was messed up.
His shoulder was messed up. I'm surprised he didn't have shoulder surgery.
Yep.
Everybody was hurt. So you sit here and you barely beat. It took some calls for you to win that Arizona game. Oregon State. Oregon State supposed to have been that good. Oregon State, lucky they beat Colorado. Really, all them last games, the defense played a lot better in the second half.
They came on.
They played very well.
The offensive line
had
the
same amount of points. If the offense had scored the same amount of points that they were scoring in the first half, they would have won all the rest of it. But they stopped scoring. They were scoring like 21 points. They was averaging 30-plus points a game. The defense
line was down.
But Greg, Greg said, Mr. Greg, what I'm going is this one here. I watched those games, and what I watched was a cornerback that Coach Bryan put in the game didn't know the plays. And because he didn't know the plays, Cam Ward wore him out like a government mule. Cam Ward wore him out like a government mule. If you watch that game, Cam Ward just went to his side every time. And the other teams went to his side. Those drag routes and stuff like that.
Oh, man.
CSU. You put people, it was people in that game that did not understand the scheme because they weren't studying, they weren't ready. And because of that, it made the defense look horrible. And when you look horrible like that, people blaming the defensive line. The defensive line played well. When you're undersized, and you're going, and the person I feel the worst for is this one here. It's the man that I think if they put him at defensive end, he will excel. And that's what's my man name? He played defensive tackle. He should have been defensive end. He played with the Ivy League, the brother. I'm going, the one, Shane Coates, the one everybody criticized Shane Coates. But what I tell you, I'm proud of Shane Coates. That man is undersized, and he was taking he was playing in a position he never should have been in.
He just wasn't getting no pressure.
True.
But he should have never been there. He's not no defensive tackle. He should be a defensive end like Upshaw was. That's why Upshaw left. Upshaw realized, man, I need to be at the end because if I'm at the end, I can do something. And you put Shane Coates on the defensive end, just like if you put Buell at defensive end, the way they can bend, the way I watch Buell, the way he can bend, coming around that edge and at speed and how flexible he is, those guys are going to dominate because they're used to double teams. And if you're not going to, and you're going to be one-on-one, and you're not going to run on them because if I'm one-on-one, they can stop the run. Right. And then they can bend around. You can put them in successful plays where they can dominate. And that's where I go with now you have backups where you shouldn't be playing hurt people. If you're hurt now, those people who are hurt now, Colorado, they get on that field because they do not want to come off. If they come off, they might not get back on.
That's why when they get their shot, they better get all they got.
This is what's gonna happen. You need to let the hurt people heal because you got a long season, you say. So you need to let the hurt people heal. And when they heal, the next person might get hurt, then they're gonna be back in. Because the hurting rotates. If you in the trenches, somebody can fall on the back of your ankle, somebody can twist your knee, and you might need a couple weeks out. I don't need you tomorrow. I gotta play through it. No, go ahead and sit down. Because the guy you replacing might hurt his arm the next week. So let him heal. Because you're talking about going and trying to win your conference championship. That's an additional game.
Yeah.
On top of your regular season.
What you're gonna have,
win that.
What you're gonna have,
you win that, now you're gonna play.
Yeah.
At receivers, though, those receivers this year, they do not want to come off that field because if you come off that field and you got Draylon Miller, I'm talking about freshmen. I'm gonna go with sophomores. They got a guy on there, sophomore. If you watch the way he lifted them, Asa Moore, whatever his name is, everybody prays about that young man. Those boys are ready. If you give them an opportunity and they get on there, everybody talking about Amari Miller stuff, which is gonna be fine. But you get them young boys the opportunity to get on that field, them older players might not see that field no more.
Cam Michael, Traylon Miller,
that's
Baby T.O.
That's fine. But you know what? I want to see packages this year. Not that mess, that any stuff last year. I want packages for Jimmy. I want packages that specialize. And they said they're going to do that. Both coordinators said they're going to do that.
Because they got the talent.
I want guys to come in this year. Yeah, don't waste the talent because you just lazy. Like, get the packages that you do this really well. That it's almost like you do this move really well, they can't stop it. You ain't gonna do it the whole game, but when you do it, they can't stop it. That's what I want. Packages coming in where y'all try to stop it. Because these guys coming in fresh, they coming in hungry, and you got so much talent. I gotta keep my receivers fresh. I can't have all these hamstring injuries because you overworking. Because you overwork a guy, he gonna pull his hamstring. He running 2 minute routes. Why? You got 37 receivers. I don't care if you go in for one play or two. Let him go in. Let him go in. Get that guy a break.
But the difference this year, you're running routes this year. You're not doing that. I get to decide. Let me look at the defense where I need. Man, ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Run your route, and when you
the quarterback needs to know exactly where you at, so he won't get sacked.
Yeah, and everybody talking about him taking sacks. That was part of it because he's sitting there watching.
Yeah, they ran the wrong route.
Yeah, we watched them literally run into each other on some of the routes. Like,
yeah,
the receivers ran into each other.
They did. So prime day.
That interception in the end zone. That interception.
They ran into each other.
They ran into each other.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah,
he threw
right.
that ball to Travis, they ran into him.
They
Because they
ran
both was
into
in the
each
same
other.
place, right? They both was in the
Yep,
same spot.
same spot, same spot,
Because I think
same spot.
dude was throwing up a jump ball. I think he was throwing
No,
up a jump ball like Travis gonna get it.
but he did that. But if the guy wouldn't have hit, they wouldn't have hit each other. It would have opened it up for Travis to be where
Right.
Shador thought he was going to be. But when you hitting each other like that, it freed up the cornerback to release and say, "Oh, they on the ground. Let me, I can move now. You got people on the ground, so it is what it is."
But they shouldn't even be in the same area. That's just coverage
Yeah,
101.
yeah,
Like
that's true
if
too.
one man
Yeah,
can
that's
cover
true.
two people, that's a problem in itself. They should never be in the same area. So you already know something is busted. And something is busted because they should not be running into each other.
But if you
Uh,
notice though, people don't want to hear this. B Watts, they do not want to hear this, and y'all using excuses. It was a sabotage last year, man. People don't want to hear that. That coaches and stuff like that, they sabotaged the man, and they sabotaged because they knew they were gone already. We're done. We're
yeah,
gone. They weren't invested in making sure that team was successful. They had their own agenda, and when you have your own agenda, he got what he wanted. Bless his heart. Now he got people that are invested, and you can go there and say, okay, because I'll put it this way. It's to their advantage. If I'm Schumer, I'm never leaving Colorado. Why would you go to the NFL and get fired and get criticized the way you're going to get criticized when you can stay at Colorado as an offensive coordinator and bring in all of this talent and just make boohoo money, less stress? It's too easy. Why leave?
yeah. But
I
so
also I'm
we
gonna go a step.
go ahead.
I'm gonna go a step deeper. It's definitely sabotage when you bring in a guy who is part of the good old boys club. What the good old boys club is, we talked about, is the good old boys club is everybody got to go their way into becoming a coach. I got to go, get cheesecake for you and walk the dog and get you some coffee from Starbucks. I got to do that weird stuff to move up from your grad assistant and work my way up. And Prime didn't do that, but Lewis did. Lewis had to go the traditional route. So it's almost a slap in the face that everybody didn't like. Well, Prime walking into a head coach position, never had to work his way up. Then in 2-3 years, he's at the top level. That's why they don't like him. So when you say, you look at a dude who worked his way through the system, have to go and coach up under Coach Prime, that was just a thorn in his side. All his colleagues and peers was like, that's just disrespectful. Don't you know more than him? So you really bumping heads with him because you like, I know more than him. I've been coaching longer than him, and you really never submit to his team.
Greg, I
That's
see
why
it
I
a
wasn't
little
gonna laugh.
different. Greg, I see it just a little bit different than that. This is the way I see it. It's the good old boy system. It's the good old boy system because this is a $1 billion industry. And the majority of coaches happen to be of a certain ethnicity. And because of that, they're millionaires now. That's the millionaires club. If you look at a college coach, that's the millionaires club now. And what they do is take care of each other. And what's happening is this one here. You let someone come in who's a little different and they start making that money and being successful, that means them good old boys don't have them jobs no more. And when them good old boys don't have them jobs no more, like they do it back in I'm a little older, the old days, you messing with their money. And if you
Yeah.
notice with anything, when you mess with a man's money or a woman, it's going to be some issues.
Real issues.
Yeah, I
Real
see,
issues.
I see all of that. Like you say, both. I see all of that, and like I always say in my stuff, it's a mixture of everything. It's no one thing. It's because when you trying to take somebody out, you gonna send you gonna send, like when they did Martin Luther King. They sent the feds at him. The
But
FBI came after them.
yeah,
Police department came after them. The mafia came after them. Everybody was present when he got killed. So it's like when they want to take somebody out, whoever want to get them. Like, you remember the Blues Brothers? You remember the movie? Everybody was
yeah,
after the Blues Brothers.
yeah.
Everybody was trying to get them. That's how they approach crime. If you're a racist, go ahead and get them. But I'm gonna send some people who want his money. I'm gonna send somebody who want his job. I'm gonna send everybody who want to get him. Whoever get him first, I'm gonna give you a good bonus. But
But
I
the
just want him got.
but the difference is this. Coach Prime did something that other people don't do. If you watch, I watch Cadillac Records and stuff, and I look old Howlin'. If you watch the dude Howlin', whatever name Howlin' something, he owned his stuff. He told old Muddy, you see, you buying all these Cadillacs, and
Yeah.
you sit here and they own all these Cadillacs, but that old truck out there, I own that truck. I got money to bury old boy so that he can get buried and stuff like that. But my point is this: Coach Prime owned his stuff. He owned his name. He owned that Prime. So those coaches are looking. This man making all. When this man leaves Colorado, he's still gonna make money off that Prime. When they selling Prime, he's still gonna make money off that. They ain't used to that. They ain't used to that. This man, he's making money in so many different ways, and he's on TV all the time. So they looking at this, they're like, it's jealousy. What is he doing? But then they gonna steal everything he's doing. They gonna steal it when he leaves. Oh, we gonna start using that the marketing, them getting a profit when it comes to their name and stuff. They gonna do it when he leaves, but they gonna talk about a dog, like a dog right now.
Man, they don't have the brand to do it.
Yeah,
they don't have no brand. But like you said, the problem is they got to use that against them. Oh, you just for clicks. Oh, you just want to be a star. You just a celebrity. Because the last thing they want him to be able to do is do all of that and beat them.
You don't think all Landon, of that and win? You don't think Landon want to have his name on stuff when it comes to Oregon so he can get a piece of that money?
He do.
Yeah. Oh, they want that money.
Yeah,
nobody, please believe. Ain't nobody turning money down.
Nobody.
But these guys, nobody though. They not like Coach Prime already had a brand before he was a coach. He gonna have a brand after he's a coach. That's what they forget. Yeah. They're like, he don't do home visits. He don't have to do home visits, and he can't do home visits. They're gonna shut the whole street down. They have security and everything. So it's like he is a celebrity in itself, and that's why they don't like it. They're like, he got an unfair advantage. The last thing we need him to do is win, because we ain't gonna be able to do nothing with him. Because if he's a celebrity with that,
or he ever win, it's over with.
Why would I do a home visit? Why would I do a home visit when I need that person and his family to come to Colorado to see what they're gonna be, their living conditions and what they're gonna be getting?
That's what he told us.
You don't. I tell people all the time. Just because you go down to one knee and ask a lady to marry you, that ain't the only way you can ask for a proposal. There's plenty of ways you can do it. You don't have to do things a certain way. Get out of your old ways, man. We go to running our mouth. Oh man, but this the old days. Well, if this the old days, ask me this: why are coaches getting fired then? Because they doing it that way. Why are they getting fired? If that way works, why are they getting fired, sir? You need to try something different. You have to go out. You have to do it your way. And Coach Prime way works because his whole life he's done it that way, and he's going to continue to be successful. And let them haters still continue to talk. The more they talk, the more that bank stub keeps going up and up and up.
Yeah, you
right.
Let's
be real with you. That's why they don't like it, because they know they can't. They know they can't. They know they don't have the charisma. They know they don't have nobody care what they're doing. They don't have the brand, the history behind them. They really feel like he got an unfair advantage. That's why he was able to jump to the front of the line. I had to bust my butt to become a coach, and he just jumped in. So I don't like him because of that. That's a jealousy. And his son walking around with a camera and get 500,000 followers, and that just make it even more unfair. So once he hit 1 million followers, he really a marketing agency at that point. He really don't mess around and let them really realize that they are a marketing agency. And the next thing you know, they controlling NILs for everybody. Now they controlling your players' NILs. And now you worry about them flipping every year.
Pretty soon they're going to be their own. Pretty soon they're going to be their own ESPN is what they're going to do.
Oh yeah, they're doing their own media,
and they're going to do it streaming. They're going to be their own. They're going to be their own network.
Yeah, they're going to put their own message out there.
He can't do it. It would be
they can
nice
be their own
if he had the Prime
they
network.
Can be the sports TMZ.
Yeah, if it was the Prime network, it would be sweet. But you know how that goes.
I know that. Yeah.
Amazon,
hey, check this out, man.
Network.
Y'all check this out. All right. They done went through the first four games, left homecoming winning. They go to UCF. I think that's the trap game for them. Some people don't think it is, but hey, I believe it is. Coach Prime got 25 to 30 players from the state of Florida. They got to go down now and Everything gonna be coming their way. Their family gonna be wanting this and that. Their friends gonna be one day. So when you look at the UCF game, I know it's way too early. How y'all see that turning out? Go ahead, Greg.
I mean, honestly, I don't know enough about UCF. I hear they did well in the port as well, and in Florida, and all that. I just think that a healthy CU is going to be hard to beat. I think every game is technically going to be a trap game because everybody going, like they said last year, going to give you their best game. It's just will their talent be able to live up to what they want to do. So I think at the end of the day that it's going to depend on how healthy. Everything about this season is going to be how healthy CU is. If CU keep Barnes and Shadoze healthy and them don't go down at the same time for whatever reason, and I mean, yeah, we got other tackles, but they are kind of one and the same to me as far as clogging that middle. They got to keep
Right.
one of them. They can't both of them be beat up.
True.
Because Shadoze look like he can get beat up. He don't have injuries before. He didn't play in the spring. So I need to leave light on Shadoze. And Barnes. And, you know, we got some other guys that can play in that middle. But as long as we keep one of them healthy at all times and a couple tackles healthy, like, don't worry about putting them all on the field at the same time. If O'Neal go out, Buell need to be in. Like, one of them is almost like the president and the vice president can't be out at the same time. Like,
right.
Then we got to go to the doggone Speaker of the House or somebody. Like, we want one of y'all, you know. So as long as they strategic about who keeping people healthy, then CU should have a problem. That's what got them last year. They just crumbled at the end. Everybody got unhealthy. Then your quarterback got unhealthy because the line got unhealthy. Then the quarterback got unhealthy because he kept getting hit. And you already know our backup quarterback stuff is questionable. So we got to be very strategic about what are we really trying to do here. Like you said, running game gonna be important simply because I don't want him dropping back getting hit. I don't care if they taking cheap shots after he throw the ball, it get him a chance to hit him.
Right.
So that's what I'm more concerned about.
This is what I see. I just see focus. When it comes to UCF, they need to be focused because what happens when you do with people when they go in their hometown and things like that, they reading the papers, they talking to their homeboys, they talking to the ladies and things like that. When that happens, you get the focus off the game, make the main thing, and they're fine. But if they lose focus, they're going to feel that one. And they're going to make the game harder than what it should be. So that's the only thing I see. I don't worry about anything else because X's and O's, they'll be fine.
But guess what, though? Guess what you already established? I'm Coach Prime. Look here, guys. We about to go to UCF. Now, I told y'all, get your mind right. But just in case, Jimmy, just in case, Western, just in case y'all want to go down here and trip out. Hey, Draylon, Cam.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all ready? They go down here so long. Hey, come on up here. Meet your backup. Right here. You ain't on board, are you? You just a freshman, right? You want to play? It's your chance to play. They go down here, hanging out all night, and get in trouble curfew. They just let them know who's gonna replace them. Right here, these y'all replacements, just in case. Okay, everybody ain't from Florida, and everybody got a replacement. Baby T.O., you from Florida? No, coach. Okay.
Well, I like that. I like that, Craig.
Yeah.
I like that,
Greg,
Greg.
you crazy, man.
But I need them focused. I need them where we don't need those distractions of you going down there.
But like you said,
stuff.
you get off the field, you ain't getting back on it.
Oh no, you shouldn't. You should. And when Coach Prime went away from that last year, he should have never had some. I know they said, well, they didn't want to lose. I could care less about that. If you're not ready to play, I'm not playing. Period. Because it makes no sense. It does not help the team putting people out there that ain't ready. And
They ain't had no choice, Mr. Woodson. They were hurt.
No. On some of them, you can say they were hurt, but you had other players that were new to playbook and were playing hard. That I'd rather put them out there than to put a person because they got a star behind their name. That's just me. That's just me. Because what it does, it shows your team that hard work pays off. If you do the hard work and you put it in, you're going to play. That's all I'm saying. So, and I'm not saying anybody did nothing wrong, but you have to look at those things because that hurts a team when it comes to when teams start running their mouth. Man, they wrong. The only reason that dude playing because he got them stars behind the name. He didn't have them stars. He don't even know the playbook. He don't even come to practice. He don't even do. And they right, and it tears your team up. What you do with that, you get rid of all the junk, and then when you get rid of all, the I ain't gonna say junk, you get rid of the noise. You get rid of all the noise in which they've done. And they say, now, you got the clean slate, put up or shut up.
All right, Mr. Wood, I appreciate that take on that. So let's look at got about 15 more minutes. I'm gonna let y'all go. All right, take this back. Let's look at the coaching staff. We don't talk about just about everything. Let's look at the coaching staff on Colorado this year. Y'all think they made a improvement from last year, or you think it's just equal? And one of y'all go first.
I'm gonna go with improvement, and the reason I say with improvement because you're a team now. They're teaching these young men, and these young men, if you look at it, they have a voice now, and because they have a voice, it makes the team stronger. They've simplified everything. If you look at the offensive line, Coach Lodeho came in there, man. He's hitting them boys with, and he's holding them accountable. I tell you, one of the most special persons I've seen on that wide receiver coach is special, man. You can say whatever you want to. That dude, I watched his career led the college 2 years in a row. You know, and what's we call it when the one that Heisman Trophy won for him. So all I'm saying, Andre Ware when the one that Heisman Trophy won for that man catching them balls. But he's special. When I'm telling you, you see receivers blocking. You see Travis Hunter and Jimmy and them actually blocking. They're going to be special. And not only that, you're seeing what I like is this one, the Mathis kid. People
Oh, yeah.
talking about the ones with speed, but that Mathis kid, just something special about him. All he does is get open and he catches the ball. And he's gonna have a big year. He's gonna be fine this year, but next year in his senior year, he's gonna be everybody talking about Marion Miller, who's gonna be trouble. That Mathis boy gonna be trouble because he's gonna be a possession receiver, and you got to have those to have winning football. Third downs, he's the most dependable person out there. So
Every
that's all
time
I'm
they
saying.
throw it to him, he catch it.
He can all he do is catch the ball. But
that's it.
But speaking of Mathis, and that the other one you pull to the front, Jimmy, what's the I know y'all at homecoming. Caleb.
Get him, Greg. Get him, Greg. Greg done replaced him already. Hey, Greg said.
Caleb.
Coach,
Great line.
all right, Coach Greg. All right, Coach Greg.
Timmons.
Coach
Come here,
Greg
Terrell.
Timmons.
Oh, yeah, y'all. Hey, why everybody keep forgetting about Timmons, man?
Hey. But that's the talent. But that's the talent. Not only that, it's like the basketball game tonight. Boston beating the brakes off Dallas.
Oh, they is?
They beating the brakes. They still the brakes. Oh, they hit them right now. But that's the way Colorado should be putting it on teams this year. You should be beating the brakes off them. You should come in there, slap them in the mouth, and go home. Absolutely.
They should be fighting for L. Oh, he scored another touchdown. Another touchdown.
They should be fighting for clicks. They should be fighting for clicks because that's what Colorado should do. When they come in there, treat people like they treated y'all at the end of the year. You shouldn't have no cockiness. It should be all business. You should be coming in there with your mouth, with a frown on your face like somebody stole your money or took your girl from you, and you need to go in there and you need to handle your business. And that's the way they should do it.
Can I say something crazy? I got permission from y'all to say something real crazy. Man, I expect at least half of these games to be on up 40 points by halftime. By halftime. At least half of these games. It should be crazy.
Talk that talk.
But because when I'm going, I looked at it, man, Shepherd, people ain't even account for Shepherd and Wester. I'm like, the slots.
Matchup problem.
Just to keep, I ain't talking about the first string. I'm talking about the second string.
Matchup problem.
The second string is going to come out there, and they're going to be out there because I got to outdo Wester. If I don't outdo Wester, I can't get on this field. So you're going to have people coming out there like I got to get better.
Matchup problems.
And that's the
Anything
problem.
to come up
That's the
with them.
problem. You shouldn't be able to say, oh, cool, I'm glad number one went off the field. Woo. And then Caleb coming out and carve you up. You're like, God, I thought I had a break. Oh Lord, a third quarter. Oh, they put the second string in. All right, he carved you up worse. I'm expecting some crazy numbers from Shadua. I'm not talking fan talk. Play with me if you want to, folks. I'm not talking desperate delusion. I'm talking about I expect Shadua, the man,
that's what you're talking about.
With his football.
Not only that. Hey, go back to the Nebraska game. If we go to the Nebraska game, Dawson was the receiver that was killing in that Nebraska game.
Oh yeah.
And that's my point. And that is my point where you were just hitting on.
Every game was somebody different.
Absolutely. And this year it should get to the point where it's like, man, this person got 200 yards. Travis going to have a game where I can guarantee he's going to have close to 160, 170 yards, close to 200 yards. Next game, you're going to have Shepard, 156, 106. Wester going to have a game 180 yards. Miller going to have a 200-yard game this year. It's going to happen because you got to pick your poison. And then when I watch these teams, man, them defensive backs are on roller skates because when they get back there and you put them in that space with that speed, you're done. You're done. And now we can run the ball. What you gonna do?
Yeah. What you gonna do?
You got to pick one. Either I'm gonna pull it safeties back, or I'm gonna bring them up. And either one. And the only thing I would ask you to do is this here. Shadua, do Tom Brady old school. 5-yard them to death down the field. That's what they had to teach Mahomes. Mahomes was so used to going deep, but when he lost heel and had to go 5 yards, that's what won them the last 2 Super Bowls. Understanding 5 yards equals to 10 yards when you keep going.
Well, that's West's specialty. West's specialty is to carve up the middle of your field. 10 yards. And then catch the ball and run for another 15, 20 yards. That's scored out of. He all his films show that. He's showing that right now in Colorado. He's showing the ability to get in the middle of your field and carve you up like turkey meat.
B. Watts, I got a question for you, sir. B. Watts, I got a question for you. You remember the days where everybody talking about, oh, Jimmy dropped all those balls? Man, I don't see Jimmy dropping nothing now.
Competition behind.
I see balls behind Jimmy. Jimmy diving out there. Jimmy getting that ball. So when you got competition out there and that focus is razor focused, I got to do it. And I'm going to tell somebody that now this is crazy. Jimmy numbers when it comes to the combine gonna be Jimmy and Travis numbers on the combine gonna be crazy. They gonna be like, we ain't seen numbers like. Watch when they do their number, their vertical, their speed, all the movements and stuff like that, the lifting and stuff like that. They gonna say these boy numbers are crazy. So I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I don't think Jimmy dropped a lot of balls. He just dropped them at the wrong time. Because Jimmy's showing you now he making one-hand catches and all that with the machine. I think
I'm just going with the narrative. I'm just going with the narrative. You know how people do with the narrative. They gonna move the goalposts on Jimmy. I'm just going with
they go.
Yeah, they gonna move the goalpost. The goalpost got to be moved. It ain't in the middle no more. Let's move it on the side here. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Sideways.
Yeah, I got Miss O say each team is coming hard each game. Who is the second team that will pose a problem to Colorado?
I think a team like Oklahoma State will be a challenge because they're so late in the season. They just late enough for you to be worn out to test out your depth and to test out your endurance because you are a high emotional team. They're not going to be high emotion. Everything that Colorado do going to be emotional, especially when they win it. Everything will be high. That takes a lot out of you. You know, they can win and under the radar. Nobody can pay attention to them. Colorado's not going to have that grace. So they're going to have to endure. Whether they losing or winning, it's going to be just high attention. If they go into that thing undefeated, it's even more intense. So it's like the pressure is always going to be on them. So that game, and like you said, maybe I don't know. Maybe Kansas State. Maybe Kansas State. I mean, Bingo. I keep hearing that.
Bingo.
Maybe Kansas State.
Or
because
I say Kansas.
Yep.
Well, the only thing with Kansas, the only problem Kansas got is they don't get that home field advantage. We're gonna play at the Chiefs Stadium. They stadium getting renovated. Like they don't have that. It's like really a neutral game, even though it's in Kansas. It's a neutral game because it's not. They got an advantage, but they don't have the advantage they would if it was on their campus. It's almost like going to UCL, but you played in Jacksonville. It's like, it's like it's not quite on campus, but it's down the street. But that's what I see.
Okay. So what y'all think about that punter? He coming back. No, everybody overlooked him this year. But last year he changed the field advantage. He gave them he was punting that ball, man. He come back this. He probably was the best punter
in the country.
in the conference.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a grown man. That man could be in the NFL. He grown. He really should be in the NFL. He like 30 years old.
That bad boy can punt that football, boy. He can change that field position quick.
But what I think you said by saying the punt. Now let's go to special teams. What I like with all of the talent that Colorado has now, their
No
special
need to play the
teams should be
starters.
special.
It's gonna be better.
The starter should not be on those special teams other than
Exactly.
one person.
I don't want them out there.
They shouldn't be out there. They shouldn't be on unless you need a big play when it comes to a return kick or something like that. You put them out there. But anything other than that, no. Your special team should be special. When you got the talent they have, and those people aren't going to be on the field a lot, put them on special teams so that they can earn the playing time to get on that field.
Yeah, so they can earn a trip, and so you can keep them happy. But
Correct.
y'all see that new place kicker we got, the little they say your freshman little muscle kicker.
Oh yeah,
kick the ball from the 50-yard line all the way up. All the way up the goal post.
Yeah,
straight up the middle.
Yeah. Right.
That means we ain't got no excuse to kick it in the end zone, right?
Well, it's
on the kick off.
It's gonna put pressure on Feely to kick that ball. Because if not,
he's
gonna be right beside Coach Prime. Yeah.
He taking Feely's job because that ball he can put it in the end zone.
Yeah.
That's
gonna be a key.
He can kick the long. He can kick the long field. He probably can kick 60, 70 yards easy.
Yeah.
I saw that on film.
Competition. All you want is competition. The more competition you got, the better you're gonna be as a team. So, and that's beautiful.
Now I don't know about the hashes like Coach Prime. I don't know if he like bet on the right hash, left hash, because they do it. I mean, straight down the middle, he got it. Now I don't know if he have a preference towards the left hash or the right hash or none of that. But he got the lead.
But I'll tell people this one here. If it's under 40, if it's 49 and below, as far as the yardage, I'm going Mata all day, all night. Because Mata,
I mean,
he's proven. He gonna hit it. And the ones he gonna hit it. And what I liked about him, he done worked on his core and he done worked on his legs and stuff like that because he didn't do it when he first went to Jackson State. And all he's gonna do is get stronger and stronger. And you notice that by his leg strength. So he's my man when it comes to that.
Well, Mata, the one thing about Mata, if you really follow Mata, his movement is so regiment, is so robotic. That's why he don't miss a lot of kicks. Like he has little movement. Everything's the same. Like everything is regimented. So if he kick, boom, it ain't no hooking the ball. You don't see that because everything he's very fundamental and how he kick.
That's how Jay Philly started. That's how Philly started out hooking the ball.
Some people kick so hard they lose their form. They lose their form.
All thing he want to do when he kick off, go down there and hit somebody. That's the only thing he would concentrate on.
He used to want to be a linebacker. Now he got that.
That's what they just let him do.
Now he got hurt.
He still couldn't kick the ball.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah.
But like I say, got about 7 more minutes. Like I say, hey, I'm excited about this year, man. I really think they got a chance to win this Big 12 this year, Mr. Woodley.
It's what they believe, B. Watts. And not only do I believe it, I done invested in it. And when I invested, like I invested last year, and it paid dividends for me. So all I tell people is this one here. It's what Colorado believes. It's what those people behind those closed doors, the work that they're putting in, what they're putting up here, what they're putting in their body, what they're putting in their mind. If they believe that they can do it, they're going to achieve it. Because what I'll tell you is this one here. How many people thought Liberty was going to go 12 and 0? How many people thought TCU was going to go to the national championship game? Nobody
Right.
did. It's going to be a team that's going to do something that no one expected them to do. And the question that I would tell Coach Prime's team, why not you?
Well, this is the year to do it. I mean, you don't rarely have two Heisman candidates on one team, and you don't have they're a young team, but they have some special veterans. Like when you got a guy like Wester who coaching everybody up, got a lot of young
Oh yeah, I
receivers,
saw that, man.
and then you
Yeah, I
got
saw that.
somebody like Will Shepherd who's been playing since his sophomore year, and he's coming just to put the icing on the cake. When you got that kind of people coming, like last year we had Weaver, that was our veteran. Now we got Shepherd. Now we
Lock
got
Bully, Hill Green.
you got a lot of veterans who are not just veterans. They's people who actually can be drafted. So they are a great transition piece for this young team who's going to be back next year, and they getting to play with these guys and properly transition. So the only thing you don't have is a veteran in the backfield. That's the only thing you don't have, and Amos probably would have been closer to that because he's more experienced. But the beauty about it is, like you said, outside of the portal magic, all of these boys be back. It probably make them more likely to leave because
I don't see them leaving because I think next year Coach Prime gonna let them know we feeding. They're gonna eat next year. They don't eat this year, but they can see in the NFL. If I would talk to any young running backs, I would tell them this: don't go to a team where you're gonna get killed and talking about being the man. That's stupidity. Don't do no crap like that. You want to be fresh because you want as many contracts as you want to in the NFL. Don't beat yourself up in college. Get in there where I can be a very effective quarterback, average 4 or 5 yards a carry, maybe preferably 5, and have low mileage on there as possible, and then get to the league.
That makes sense.
that's the way to go.
They got the depth to do it. So what
They're
y'all
not
what you think?
paying you. They're not paying running back, so why are you gonna kill yourself? That makes no sense. You need as many checks as possible. They're every 3 years for 3 to 5 years for a running back. Don't kill yourself.
So what y'all think about Michael this year, the freshman running back? Welch.
I mean, he gonna have to be ready. Like you said, it's gonna have to be running back by committee. We've seen that you can get injured, minor injuries. We've seen both our running backs out for the spring game. So two people can get hurt at one time at some point, whether it's an ankle or a hamstring. It ain't got to be no broken anything. It can be concussion. It can be a lot of things that can make a person miss a week or two and throw off your whole running back room. So you got to be 4 deep.
And if I
You
was
got to be
people,
4 deep.
I would look at Michael Welch, his story. He has a very compelling story. Lost
He
his
does.
it will bring tears, but then it'll make it with joy on a young man focused and got his life together as far as what's important and stuff like that, the maturity from it. So for me, he's ready. He's ready. He's about business. And when he gets his opportunity, which he's going to have an opportunity, he's going to play. And I think he's going to perform very well because you're going to get some running backs up there that might fumble that ball. Because something about Coach Prime, if that ball hits that ground, you ain't coming back in. He's old school with that. He's Bill Belichick with that. If that ball hit that ground, you might as well say, hey, you ain't coming back out there. That's why he tell Travis all the time, Travis, when you're in the middle of the field, get down. Quit that juking. Get down because you got 5 people coming at you that hurt you. So those things, you don't want that ball on the ground.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Last question, guys. Last question. Is Shador a legitimate Heisman Trophy candidate as a quarterback for Colorado this year?
I would say 100%, but what you got is this one here. People are going to move the goalposts for Shador. Shador has it. This is Shador's issue. Cam Ward got a cakewalk to get to the Heisman Trophy. All he got to do is win one game. He beat that Florida State game. It's a done deal because they should go undefeated over there with Miami. Now we got Georgia. Now let me hit with this one. You got Georgia. I'm gonna make it quick. Georgia gonna boom. That quarterback gonna get all the credit in the world. That team's gonna go 11-1, 10-2 at the worst. Now you got Texas. Texas quarterback gonna get all the credit in the world. Outstanding defense, stuff like that. So you got that, and I ain't counting Oregon's quarterback that's sitting over there that they get lucky along with Ohio State, where Ohio State ain't got to play number 2 teams. That's tough. So my point being is they're going to move the goalposts on Shedeur. Shedeur is going to have to do the impossible. He's going to have to go 10 games for him to even be in the thing, because if not, they're going to move the goalposts. They're going to say, well, he didn't do this and he didn't do that. But this quarterback won 11 games and their team is in the national championship. So it's going to be that mess. But should he be? His numbers are going to dictate, yes. But like I said, listen to me. The goalpost is going to get moved unless he wins 10 games.
Yeah, he got to win those 10 games. And what I've been saying, be watching since the beginning. I said 10-2. And then I said that ain't the ceiling. I said he got to. And not just all them players who think they want to get drafted, they don't want to get snuffed. Nobody ain't gonna pull y'all off that team at no 8-4. They're not gonna take y'all. Y'all gonna be all free agents. They're gonna say, yeah, we need free agent. Y'all go 10-2, go to playoff. Y'all gonna have a lot of draft picks. All y'all getting drafted.
TCU had a lot of draft picks by going that. If you go Washington, you don't have to go undefeated, but you win them 10 games. Y'all, man, you're gonna hear your name on Sunday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're gonna hear your name being called on the NFL draft.
He showed them that. He showed them that on the board doing one of those.
He did. He sure did.
Look at their record and look how many people was drafted. That's a given.
They don't believe water wet sometimes. Oh man, that's the truth. That's the way people think. They're winning ball players, and those are the ones we're gonna draft. They might not be the best, but they are winning teams, and you got to win.
Well, what happens when you're on a winning team? You play more games, and you play more focused games because nobody else playing. Because the playoff, everybody don't play. So that's how it is in high school. The kids who get the most scholarships outside of now, you got the camps and all that. But back when I played, if you went to the playoff, that's where if you don't go to playoff, half your looks gone. You go to playoff, now looks you ain't never got all season there because it's only a few games there. And the deeper you go, the more they focus on you, or they looking at the guy you playing against. You gonna get. That's how Jimmy got seen. A lot of people the regular season they don't get seen. So you doing yourself a favor by playing in those big games, because at the very least they get to measure you. You get to cover the other top guy. He cover you.
All right, guys. Hey, man, got to end the show. I appreciate y'all. Mr. Wood, you got to come back and hang out with us more often, man. We appreciate your conversation. We appreciate you. And I want to thank everybody that tuned in and also the chat. Appreciate y'all participating. And I'm going to give each one of y'all the last word, and I end, and we'll go around the horn with it. Go ahead and start it off, Mr. Wood, your last word.
Last word. It's just a blessing to be a blessing. Y'all keep doing great things, and God bless you, man.
Rick?
Yeah, like I said, we rolling. Greg said it. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. We got stuff going during the week. Got stuff Sunday. So make sure you check us out. But like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to say it boldly. The closer we get, people keep playing with CU. They're going to mess around. They're going to find out. And we don't want to see no bandwagons and say, oh, yeah, I was there. No, you weren't. And we know as soon as they lose, you jumping off. So don't even play with it.
All right. Once again, man, like I said, I appreciate y'all, man. Like, once again, Mr. Wood, I be noticing, be checking out, reading your comments, and you be right on it to me, man. And I appreciate you for joining the panel. Hope it don't be your last time. You're welcome anytime. But we appreciate you tonight, my brother. Once again, to everybody out there, always remember, if you be good to God, God will be good to you. Until next Thursday, me and Greg said it, we'll be back. Y'all be blessed. Appreciate it, Greg. Appreciate it, Mr. Wood.
All right. Have a good one.